Hey y'all, I'm back with another 12 days of DIY embellishments video, and I'm going to be sharing with you how I used vellum in some unique ways. The first thing I'm doing is kind of sharing with you that I have some scraps of vellum. I also have some vellum that I've pre-typed written on, and then I have some scraps of paper and then some pieces of ephemera. So the first step that I'm going to take is, and this is a really simple version of making an embellishment, is using your vellum with a punch. So punching out the vellum and then punching out a layer underneath and then going back and either stapling it or sewing it. And you'll see me make several of these so that way you'll be kind of fully aware of how to punch and then punch again so that you get the same pattern or the same shape. And then I'll be adding more to these as we go. So for the typewritten vellum, what I did was I actually just chose lyrics, or I just wrote like "I love you" over and over again, and just to kind of have that text going across. And that's how you can make some patterned vellum if you don't have any in your stash. I believe I got the majority of my vellum either from, I know I got the colorful vellum from Michael's, and I think maybe the map vellum, it might be from Hobby Lobby, I'm not 100% sure. And then of course you can have your standard like clear or white vellum as well. For this one I just cut my own heart, and then I just traced kind of that heart by putting the vellum up to that pattern paper and used my scissors to cut around. So I love adding vellum on top of pieces of ephemera that are already cut, and I've done this once or twice before, and I just don't do it very often. I think if I have them made up, I'll pull for them. But what I did was I grabbed a few pieces of ephemera that I thought would go with the rest of the embellishments that I was creating, and I just simply added vellum right on top. Now for this tag, I went ahead and traced it just because it was a pretty easy trace. And that's another thing. I chose ephemera pieces that would be pretty easy to trace the vellum. And then for this tag I added the overlay and then made sure that the hole was in the correct place. And that is it for the base of the shapes. I'm going to go ahead and pick out which ones I want to take to the sewing machine, and then pick out which ones I want to staple, and then I come back, show you the ones that I've sewn, and then I'm going to add some extra goodies to them. So for that first one, I just added some simple little phrase stickers and then a little heart, and then I called that one done. And then for the second one here, I'm working on the tag, and I really wanted to focus on covering up my little adhesive pieces that you can see underneath the vellum. I don't have any vellum adhesive anymore. I used to, and I don't anymore, so I just used regular adhesive, just a little dot, and then I just added some embellishments right on top. And then I'm just going to continue doing the same thing, embellishing, adding fun little touches on top of these vellum pieces, and that's pretty much it. I do have to say this is one of my favorite videos, or one of my favorite out of the 12 days of DIY. I really love the way these turned out, and I could see myself pulling for these over and over again. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, and make sure you're subscribed so you can see the remaining 6 videos, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye!